second play.
And the count is 1-0. Hornets have a runner on third and a chance for Santana to get an RBI. Bunt right down in front of the catcher.
Perfect
The throw to
bunt.
first. Wait a minute. They say a first base umpire.
Out because of
Catcher interference. Interference on the catcher to make the throw to first. Let's see.
If the catcher was interference, then why did Del State get caught?
Well, no, I'm saying, was it
Player
did she interfere with the catcher's ability to get to the ball coming out of the right-handed batter's box?
Yeah, of course, Del State's coach is questioning the call.
And then we have to find out who they're calling out. Is the runner coming from third going to be out? Of course, she was not forced to run. She was not part of the play there. So Santana is going to be out on catcher interference with catcher. But that will allow Mishan King to score to make it 2-0. Nope, they put King back on third base.
Right. No score.
King has been
Out.
put back on third. And the out on Santana for interfering with the catcher. And the ball was right in front of the plate, just about a foot away from the plate. Santana came out of the batter's box to go to first, and she got in front of the catcher trying to get to the ball. And that's where the interference call came in.
She just didn't come in. Okay, so
Yeah.
So just Anna's dead ball.
Santana's out on the interference of the catcher, and
The runner has
King
to
got
go to
sent
third.
back to third.
Correct.
Yep. Now, South Carolina State with a conference at the mound. Still have that runner on third base, even though there are 2 outs here in the inning. Back to the top of the order, Destiny Mitchell, who drew a walk in the first inning and came all the way around to score the Hornets' run. She does score runs. Does Ms. Mitchell?
She is quick.
She shows bunt, bunts it foul up high.
She's definitely looking to run.
Destiny Mitchell scored once in game 1. That's her 24th run of the season. She'd like to get on base and score number 25 here and bring in a run. That pitch, strike 2 to Mitchell. Some folks in the stands trying to help the umpire here.
It's a collective effort. 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Outside and low, ball 1.
Outside.
Having worn the blue uniform a few times in the past, I can tell you firsthand, folks outside the fence do not interfere, do not influence your calls whatsoever.
I didn't think so.
No, never happens.
The coaches don't influence it either.
Down the third baseline, the throw to first, got her just in time. Boy, that was a bang play at first.
Had to be quick to get Destiny out.
Third baseman picked up the ground ball, straddling the bag, fired across, and just got Mitchell by a half step. And so, Hornets unable to get the run across there. They'll go to the top of the third. Delaware State still leading 1-0 on the Hornets Television Network.
This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and MEACHoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is
Top of the third here, and the batter is Leshea Morlu. Offers it the second pitch, pops it out to the second baseman for out number one.
First pitch, swing, in and out.
Kylie Nelson, who singled in the first
The catcher, Kylie Nelson.
for the first hit of the day for South Carolina State. Goes to the plate, outside, ball one. Nope, called that a strike.
We can't make heads or tails.
I'll stop guessing.
We're doing our best, folks. We are doing our best.
And when they take a while to make the call,
Right.
you think it's a ball, and then all of a sudden that hand just slides up slowly. 0-2 pitch now is a swing and a miss for for Nelson. She's 1 for 1 on the day. Up high, that'll be a ball. Nelson steps out of the box for a couple practice swings. Ready to go. Rodriguez ready to pitch. Outside, ball 2.
2-2. Put one out.
Just can't get the consistency going with the control right now. Just giving up 2 hits here in the game. Outside, but called strike.
A little slow pitch loop. Call the strike.
Wow. That strike zone expanded.
Definitely did.
Designated player,
Dallas Hill, designated player who's reached base on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Pitch is low for a ball. Outside, ball 2.
Hill is looking for a big hit. Down in the dirt.
Took it low for ball 3. Hill in front of the count here.
As a former player, I can tell you, Hill is not looking to walk. Hill is looking to connect. And the power that she has, she just wants to send this ball somewhere, anywhere.
Does have some power. 9 home runs on the season. Second in the MEAC. Ground ball past the second baseman for the base hit.
This is what she wants. She wanted to make contact, and she did. She feels a bit vindicated to finally get on base.
Yeah, she was not able to get on base in the first game. She did so right there. Just a ground ball, no chance for the second baseman.
The first baseman,
Now,
Melanie Urell.
Eleni Yarnell,
That's Dallas.
who stopped that scoring opportunity for South Carolina State in the first inning when they had play a runner on third, and she hit it right back to the pitcher for the final out of the inning. Now trying to move Hill Down the second. Pitch called for a strike.
We're at 2 outs. Hill is on first.
Fouled back.
Once again, when these players look to commit, they have to go full steam ahead. There's no in between. You either swing or you don't.
The 0-2 pitch now to Yarnell. Offered at it, just got a piece of it. Fouled it to stay alive.
South Carolina looking to get on the board this inning.
Getting runners in scoring position has been tough. Pitch is outside for a ball.
We actually had more runners on this game than all of last game. They just haven't been able to score.
And a swing and a miss to end the inning on a strikeout. 2 strikeouts that inning for Rodriguez. So we'll go to the bottom of the third here at Dover, Delaware, at Delaware State University, with the Hornets leading 1-0 on the Hornets Television Network.
What you've all been waiting for, the MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com.
Hornets half of the third inning, and they send Kane Lopez, the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters, to the plate. Kane takes the first pitch for a strike.
Delaware State back in action, bottom of the third inning.
Next pitch comes in, same spot. Sweet spot for the pitcher, not for the batter.
No.
That
it's 2
strike zone's
strikes.
tough.
2 strikes. Now she's got to protect that plate. You do not want to pick up third strike. And here's the pitch.
And hit between first and second base, and they throw to first because this right fielder was playing short.
Very short. She almost had it.
Yeah, but
Almost
Kane
had it.
managed to leg it out and beat the throw to get the single. Close play at first. That right fielder was right on top of that. She did not concede the hit.
Kane is at first base. The Hornet coach is coming in for a change with the umpire.
Amiana Lopez is scheduled to bat. She is standing out there with a bat in hand, so we might have a runner here for Kane. So the way she legged it down there. Yeah, they're going to have somebody come in to run for Kane. And that will be, for Delaware State, it'll be Yaneli Sosa, the freshman from New Jersey.
The coach has added
Coming in to
some
run for the
speed.
third baseman, number 5, Yaneli
First base
Sosa.
runner.
Now batting number 13, senior Mianja Lopez Delgado.
Lopez, who homered in Game 1, drew a walk in the first inning in this game, looking for her first hit of the day, or this game. Shows bunt. Outside. Ball 1.
They're trying to hold Sosa at first. She is a threat to steal.
The catcher called for the pitch outside. She has a clear line down the first baseline with a right-handed batter. She sets up just to the right side. That one,
The
pitch
runner
out.
goes.
The runner
She is safe.
slides into second safely as the shortstop unable to hold on to the ball. And so that is a stolen base for Sosa.
Throw was a little late, but the runner actually got a good jump on the release of the ball. So
And the pitch was a ball, so it's a 2-0 count. And the runner in scoring position for Delaware State. Problem they've had is getting runners home that have been in scoring position. Bunt,
bunt,
and it will go foul.
go foul.
Sosa went to third on that, and when they tried to throw it back to the pitcher, the ball got away, and she was coming in, but foul ball, dead ball.
Dead ball.
She'll go back to second base. And Lopez will come back to the plate with a 2-1 count.
So just for those that are new to the game of softball, in case there are any, you cannot leave the base until the ball is released from the pitcher's hand.
Unlike baseball, where you can go get yourself a good lead.
Yes,
But
you have to stay put.
it is a shorter distance between bases.
Granted, it is.
Yeah. So they don't necessarily need that big lead. That pitch way outside
It would be
to make it
nice.
3-1.
Definitely would be nice. But the slower ones like myself, it would be nice if we could. I definitely wasn't a threat to steal any bases back then.
I could only try it by sneaking. They'd forget I was there, and I'd just walk to the other base and not draw any attention. If you run, then they look.
Right.
And outside for ball 4. So you just don't draw attention to yourself.
Exactly.
You walk slowly like you're supposed to be there.
So we have runners at first and second. No outs.
That's the 4th walk given up by Arian Krebs here in the 3 innings of the game. And no out here in the 3rd.
Number 19.
Runners at the
senior
corners.
Angie Ordonez.
Angie Ordonez, who hit a sacrifice fly to right in the 1st. Bunt. Nicely
The bunt
done.
right
Right
back
back to
to
the
the-
pitcher. Throw to first. They get the out there, but it advances the runners to second and third.
1 out. Runners are now at second and third.
Ordonez sacrificing each time she's been up now in this game. Nevaeh Terrell, who drew a
Number
walk in the
9,
first
senior
inning,
Nevaeh Terrell.
now we'll try to nail something to get a run across here. A fly ball to the outfield would do it. Shows bunt.
Showed signs of bunting.
Pitch was a ball. Drew back in time.
Second and third players on the corner, they're in. Actually, first base is up, second base is back.
Right. Third baseman playing way up. Bunt attempt, just tipped it foul. Make the count 1-1. The ball just touched the bottom of her bat as it came through.
So once again, the corners are in for an anticipated bunt.
Ordonez, a senior, fouls that one down the first base
She
side.
was swinging away.
One of the few players that you'll find in softball who have transferred from other schools. Ordonez played her freshman and sophomore seasons for Monroe University, junior college, the Mustangs. She played 95 games there. Had a .310 batting average. Hit down the first base side. First baseman brings it home. The throw is
Bad
off
throw.
the line.
2 runs are
Back
gonna
to the
come
backstop. The second run is in for Delaware State. That is a 2-run single for Ordonez, and she takes second on the throw. I'm sorry, Terrell.
The first base The throw from first base was a bit wide, pulled the catcher out of her stance, got past the catcher. 2-run score. We now have a 3-0 lead for Delaware State Hornets.
Working nicely for them today.
The first baseman, senior Chandler Martin.
2 RBI for Terrell on that as Chandler Martin steps in, and a runner still in scoring position. At second base, it's Terrell. Up high. Catcher had to go up and get it, or Terrell would have been on third. 1-0 count.
So a runner on second, 1 out.
Bunt shown,
Ball is
pulled
low.
back, and a clean steal by Terrell as that ball was down low, almost in the dirt. And the catcher just was not clean in pulling it out. So the runner on third with 1 out and a chance for more here. Martin just needs a fly ball to the outfield.
Ball is low.
Outside and low to make it 3-0.
South Carolina needs a strike here. Cannot afford to walk another runner.
And occasionally, 3-0 is usually a take count. Occasionally that batter, depending, will get the okay. She
Ball is
showed
low.
bunt, pulled back,
Ball 4.
took it, and a walk.
And they're going. Oh, they're trying to get.
Throw
Go,
back to third
go.
base, and the runner will come to the plate. The throw is out at home.
Pow play.
Terrell trying to come home on that is out at the plate.
That was a play by design.
Yes.
You send the runner to try to attempt second, and your players theoretically focus on that instead of trying to, but South Carolina was having none of that. They got that run out at home.
Now Martin went to second on the walk. So again, the Hornets have runners in scoring position, this time with 2 out. Zailing Harding at the plate. Struck out in the second. Swings through that one up high. That would have been a ball. Just about eye high. And we talked about it in the first game. I don't care what level, whether it's Little League, I see it major leaguers doing. That ball gets up around the neck, and it's fastball that comes in, and it just looks like a grapefruit.
You just
want to
see
hit
it. You just see it. Eye level. You just see it. Strike 2. Oh, no, that was a ball.
Harding managed to pull the ball out of the bat back. She showed bunt, got it back in time. 1-1.
The runner still on second, 2 outs.
Harding in a kind of a crouch position. Showed bunt again, this time outside and low for ball 2. Aaron Krebs distracted with runners in scoring position here. And some fielding errors, throwing errors for South Carolina State have allowed the Hornets score 2 in this inning. There's the bunt,
good.
throw to first,
Oh, she
and the
missed
first
it.
baseman dropped it. The run will score.
So we have another error. Scores another run.
Martin will score on the dropped ball at first base, and Harding will be on first. And I'm not sure she wouldn't have been on first if that first baseman hadn't dropped that ball. That would have been a bang-bang play at first.
It was definitely quick. And I think that might have been what disrupted the first baseman.
Hornets have now taken a 4-0 lead. They've sent 6 hitters to the plate this inning and scored 3 runs. And with 2 out, that's 5 of the hitters. Number 6 is standing on first base.
South Carolina has got to reel it back in. At this point, they have more errors than they have runs.
And this is a big weekend for them, sitting in second place.
Yeah.
Knowing Delaware State, if they can get 2 out of 3 here, could
To-
take second place
Could
away.
take second place. That was definitely the mindset that I'm sure the coach mentioned to these players.
Delaware State will finish the season at University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and that's been a hard luck story for them this season. Hit right back
Right
to the
back up
pitcher
the middle.
off of her foot, and everybody will be safe at first and second.
Everybody safe. Still 2 outs.
King at first.
Things are falling apart here.
Annalise Santana.
I'm not sure if the coach will make a change here.
Sure looks
Yes,
like it
she
because
is.
somebody came out of the dugout and put the face mask on for South Carolina State. So Krebs will go 2 2/3 innings. And I'll have to count up how many hits she gave up. Look here at the score sheet. Hornets had 3 walks in the first inning, 1 in the second inning. So the Hornets really haven't had many hits. It's been walks that has done in South Carolina State in these first 3 innings.
The walks compiled with the errors have definitely run the score up for Delaware State.
Sarah Farrar will come in to pitch for the Bulldogs. And the storyline on her for the season, Farrar, 5-3 record, 36 innings pitched, has given up 50 hits, 45 runs, 26 of them earned, walked 29, and struck out 16 on the season. She's given up 7 doubles and 5 home runs. Control problems? Yeah, 12 wild pitches. And she's hit 4 batters. You don't want to dig in. 2 out runners on first and second. First pitch is a ball.
Runners on second. Runners on first and third. I'm sorry. 2 outs.
No, first and second. You were right.
Oh, first and second. That's why you have a partner to make those corrections for you.
You'll make more for me than I will make for you.
No.
2 down in the inning. Low. That's ball 2.
Throw
Play
it
at third
there.
base and a steal by both runners as Harding goes to third and King goes to second. They threw down to third. The throw just too late as Harding slid in safely.
So runners on second and third. 2 outs. Count is 2 balls, no strikes. And here comes the pitch.
Up high,
Strike.
but a called strike. Make it 2-1. Santana on deck for Delaware State. Farrar trying to get out of the inning. Ground ball. Slowly to the shortstop. Grabbed by the third baseman who came across in front and threw to first for the out.
South Carolina finally gets out of this inning.
But Hornets bat 8 and bring in 3 in the third inning. So we'll take the break here. Delaware State 4, South Carolina State 0 on the Hornets Television Network.
This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAT tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is
Top of the fourth here, South Carolina State trying to get on the board. They've been blanked the whole day. Delaware State winning game 1, 2-0. They're leading in the as we go to the fourth inning here, 4-0. And a 0-1 count to Michaela Chisholm. Swings to the left field.
So we got the left fielder.
Left fielder under it and makes the catch. Good play by Michonne King.
And we got the first out.
She had a big inning and comes up with that fly ball.
South Carolina's looking to get something going. They had a rough last half of inning. They need to get on the board right now.
Madison Boyd.
And a swing and a miss.
Boyd had a sacrifice ground ball, her only time up in this game before now. Hornets looking for a bunt as the third baseman is playing in. Second baseman comes in more. Check swing. Call strike.
Number one seems to be a bit hesitant. She needs to lock into what she's going to do here.
Donnie Rodriguez. Looks like she might have
so
solved that control problem.
She's going to try to beat out the throw.
And the shortstop.
And she is safe.
Shortstop went to her knees to field the ground ball, but the runner, Boyd, beat it out to first base. That's tough when you're throwing for your knees.
And almost beat it. So that the strength is phenomenal.
The fact is that you're taking some time when you go to your knees, and then you have to get up. And that's what let the runner get to first safely.
So Boyd is at first.
Kayla Williams pulled back on the bunt attempt. Took a strike. McKenna Williams got one of the rare walks from Delaware State here today. Outside. Ball
Pitches
one.
outside. Nope, it's a strike.
Called it. Oh, wow.
That arm came up very slow.
I wonder how some of these calls would work with that thing they're using in the major leagues now to determine balls and strikes. There's a fly ball. Left fielder is under it and has it for the second out.
Boyd has to retreat back to first. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work.
We'd have a number of challenge
I think we would.
Here.
And I think there's a limit on the number of challenges.
You get challenges, but if you lose the challenge, you lose one of your challenges.
Okay, so you have to win them to keep the others.
Elisa Stanford takes strike one.
Boyd is coming off a bit far off of first base. The catcher is on her, though. She's looking.
Yeah. Yeah, Zaylin Harding keeping an eye on things down there. Doubleheaders are tough on catchers. She's getting her second game here today.
Definitely.
Fouled off.
Foul ball.
Back off the screen for strike two.
Absolutely. The knees. Again, well, I tried my best to stay away from that position, but much respect on these catchers who have to be in this squat position for doubleheaders.
She's young, but I wonder what those knees will look like in a few years. Keep playing that position. There's a foul ball down the third base side.
Yeah.
It's tough.
The knees, they take a beating.
You see some of the, especially on the major league level where catchers have been catching for a lot of years, even before they get to the majors, they have certain things they put on the back, and it's almost like a pad there.
They're knee savers.
Yeah.
Because we had those, actually. I'm surprised they don't have them. We had those when I came through.
Yeah, take some of the pressure off of those knees.
It
That
does.
pitch for a ball one. because now everything is not resting upon the joint.
Yes.
The back of the leg is coming down on that. Ground ball to the shortstop. The throw over to
Throw to
first,
first
in
is
time
in
for the out.
time.
And the Hornets stop the Bulldogs after a single hit in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Delaware State 4, South Carolina State nothing on the Hornets Television Network.
What you've all been waiting for, the MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is
Fielder Destiny Mitchell.
Change in the lineup for South Carolina State at catcher, as we talked about it. Alea Castro from Baltimore, a senior, coming in to catch now.
The speedster Destiny Mitchell up at bat.
Trying to score her second run of the game. She's crossed that plate a couple of times today as she takes the first pitch for a strike. And the offering by Farrar. Outside.
But it's called strike.
Sure was. You know, that wasn't a strike in the first inning. And as the game's gone along,
It's changed.
yeah. And that's what drives coaches and players, you know
'Cause you
yourself.
can't get used to.
Yeah, if
what's
the
being
umpire is
called.
consistent and you see what it is, but when
Right.
it changes as the game goes along, you don't know what's going to happen. Up high, ball two, ball one.
1-2 for Destiny Mitchell.
You know, a lot of managers will say, we'd like the strike zone to be what the book says, but whatever it is, as long as it's the same throughout the game for both teams, we
Right.
can live with
You
that.
can live with that.
But now with the pitch indicator, it's a little harder for umpires to slide that zone.
Absolutely. 2-2. No outs for the Hornets.
Mitchell, the leadoff batter in the inning. In that number one spot for the game. She's 0 for 1, grounded to third, and has a walk. It's going to make it 3-2 as that ball outside and high. She worked the count full after being down 0-2. Mitchell will find ways to get on base.
And here comes the pitch.
Inside.
Inside.
I was about to say she hasn't been hit by a pitch this season, and that one almost got her. But she'll take the walk.
Destiny Mitchell gets on, and now there's a threat of Destiny Mitchell stealing.
And this is the distraction for the pitcher. Mitchell with her second walk of the day. Carly Kane. She came out in the third inning for a runner who scored, Sosa.
So this
Kane
catcher,
1 for 2 with a single.
Number 99, Carly Kane.
Kane bunts foul on the first base side.
Destiny Mitchell was going.
To no one's surprise.
She was going. So I will see that this catcher is a left-handed catcher.
Now Kane gets a little consultation with third base coach, the head coach of the team, Daniel Stockdale, sending signals on out to Destiny Mitchell, saying, you know what you do, get yourself down to second base.
There's nothing else to say.
Yeah, could all be a smoke screen. Up high, throw
she
down to
goes.
second, and Mitchell is
Safe.
safe. Got
She
under the tag.
Slid right under it. Throw was good.
And in time, but it was a little bit high, and Mitchell was able to get under the throw. And now the manager for South Carolina State wants to come out and talk to her pitcher.
Oh, the umpire.
Oh, talking to the umpire down there at second. And she trying to make a case that the throw was in time.
Mm-hmm.
From here, it looked like it was a bang-bang play there at second, but
I mean,
the umpire was very close to it, and we're, what, 100 feet away?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was close.
I was like the guy in the upper deck of the stadium who's calling balls and strikes. He's football field and a half away.
Yeah.
He's seeing better than the umpire.
That's right. And adamant about it, too.
Yes. Well, sometimes that beverage helps his eyesight.
Helps it, yes.
Here we go. It's 1-1 count here on Carly Kane.
Destiny Mitchell on second. No outs.
Chance for the Hornets to put another run on the board in this inning. Kane's bunt.
Bunt.
The third baseman
Confusion.
came in, and she collided with the first baseman, covered at first by the second baseman. The throw was too late, and Mitchell is standing on third, and Kane is on first.
That was a tough play. The ball just sat there right in front of the plate, and limited
it was really
time.
the catcher's ball, and the two fielders interfered with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be communication. It's got to be communication.
Third baseman came running in. The second baseman was in, and they went after the ball as the catcher did, and the thing was about 8 feet away from the catcher.
Yeah.
That should have been her play.
The catcher's-
and she would have had to run her at first.
Catcher has definitely got to call them all. She dictates what goes on this infield.
Miana Lopez wants to drive in a run here with a runner on third. Hornets have runners on the corner and none out. First pitch in is a called strike. A delayed fake call down the throw to second base as
Now batting
they
number
faked the
13,
throw
second
and then
baseman,
threw
senior
short
Mariana Lopez
to the
dead
second
last.
baseman, hoping that Mitchell would bite and run. She did not.
Mitchell's a smart cookie. She's not going to fall
Counts
for the
0-1
banana.
to Lopez. Yeah. If they didn't throw it the first time, they weren't throwing it down there once the
Okay.
runner got to second. Fouled, right side, first base side, out of play.
0-2. No outs. Runners on second and third.
Hornets lead by 4 here in the bottom of the fourth. Would like to add some more runs on. So far on the day, they have blanked the Bulldogs. 2-0 win in the first game. That one had a bit of a
I guess pass.
break to it. Got away from the catcher.
Mitchell thought about it.
Didn't go far enough away. It didn't even get back to the grass area behind home plate. Pitcher came in to cover. It was a called ball. Makes the count 1-2. Runners are ready to run. And that'll be a
Nice
called
pitch.
strike. That's it. Lopez goes down looking.
1 out.
Angie Ordonez, her last inning. Sacrifice led to some run scoring for Delaware State on some really confusing plays, misplays by South Carolina State. Outside, ball one.
Runners on second and third. These runners are not forced, so it has to be a clean play at first, but these runners do not have to run.
South Carolina State coming into today's game 17-14 overall, 10-5 in conference, so that'll be 18-14 overall, 10-6 in conference play. That ball just inside. 2-0 count to Ordonez. Delaware State entered the action today 20-16 on the season, 9-6 conference play. So they're now 21-16, 10-6 in the conference. So right now in conference standings, they're tied with South Carolina State. They could take that second place spot with a win here in this game. And then a sweep of this series really helps them out.
Conference at the mound with the catcher and pitcher of South Carolina State.
Back to ready here. 2-0 count to Ordonez. Popped up.
Up.
Pitcher calls for it. Under it, has it.
Runners have to stay put.
Nobody can move. And as a batter, that is a frustrating at-bat. Yeah, I have two runners in scoring position. You can't hit it past the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, definitely.
That never happened to you, of course.
Of course not, but it did.
Tiffany Davis, who was on the first softball team here at Delaware State.
Definitely happened a few times. More than I would like to remember.
Yeah. See? I'm sorry I brought up
It's all right.
bad memory for
It's
you there.
okay.
Nevaeh Terrell, who tried to score in the third inning but was caught at the plate.
Two
And now
outs.
she just wants to bring in one or two runs with the bat here. Hornets have scored too many runners in scoring position. They've stranded them. There's a called strike on Terrell. Delaware State has left 3 on base. South Carolina State has stranded 5. We're just in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Terrell.
Definitely don't want to leave these two runners stranded here on base.
It's an important pitch here for Krebs. I'm sorry, for Farrar. Fouled out of play down the first baseline.
Still 0 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th.
Pardon me.
Bless you.
Grounded
Ball. It should
to
be
second.
a clean play.
Throw to first,
And
and
it
there
is.
is the 3rd out of the inning. Hornets threaten, unable to sting. 4 down, and the Hornets lead 4-0 on the Hornets Television Network.
At the end of the bottom of the 4th, 0 runs, 1 hit, 0 errors, and 2 left on base.
It's what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAT tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAT tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com.
South Carolina State comes up top of the order here in the top of the fifth. It'll be Charlie, Morlew, and Nelson, the 1-2-3 batters for South Carolina State. Charlie singled in the first inning, was put out at third base, and then she popped out to the shortstop in the second. She has a 1-1 count right now.
South Carolina is trying to get on the board. They've been unsuccessful for the first game and now so far in game 2.
They've tried 6 hits for the Bulldogs so far in the game. Problem is, 2 fielding errors led to a few of the Hornets' runs. And they've stranded 6. Bunt fouled left on the third base side to make it a full count. Check that. It'll be a 2-2 count.
2-2 count. South Carolina definitely wants to get something going.
Bulldogs still showing bunt, third baseman in, swinging to the second baseman and over quickly to first on the 4-3 put out. Yana Lopez on over to Chandler Martin.
The right fielder, Lachey
Morlew,
Morlew.
who struck out and popped out to second base in this game, trying to get on base for the first time, swing and a miss.
South Carolina Bulldogs, they can't get discouraged in this. There's still ample time for a comeback.
You're right. Until you've used 21 outs, you're still in the game.
That's right. Anything can happen. Stranger things have happened.
I pitch a ball, 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I was watching a game the other night, and the team came and put 6 up in the 8th inning and ended up winning the game. And they had been trailing the whole time.
Things can happen. In any sport, any game, things can happen. It's not over until the game is absolutely over. Nice
And
hit.
Stroke put it into
She's gonna
center
make a
field for a
round.
base hit.
And she retreats back to first.
Gets her first hit of the game. In fact, her first hit of the day. She struck out 3 times on the day, so that had to feel real good to get that hit.
This can be the start of a run for South Carolina.
Kylie Nelson, who singled in the first, struck out looking in the third.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Aaliyah Castro.
Hornets with a chance for a double play here with the runner on first. 1 out.
Pitch is low. Ball number 2.
I was saying Nelson was coming to the plate. This is Aaliyah Castro who's at the plate, batting in that third spot. Fouled back. Make it 2-1 to Castro. Castro with a 0.91 batting average on the season.
Okay.
Looking to try to take it up over into 2-3 figures at least.
Yeah. It's definitely doable. There's still time left in the season.
Last pitch was a ball. 3-1 count.
Run on first. 1 out. Pitch inside, but it's called strike.
He called that one a strike, and he's been calling that one a strike all day.
He has been consistent with that pitch right there.
Yes.
Full count.
Castro showing bunt. And low and inside for the walk.
Runners on first and second. 1 out.
The designated player, number 29, Dallas Hill.
I believe Hill had a first base hit last time up.
She did. Singled. Couldn't advance past first base. She got to first on a fielder's choice in the first. And the pitch is a ball.
She is looking for that perfect pitch because she is determined. I see it in her eyes. She is
She can hit
determined.
with power. 9 home runs. Up among the top in the MEAC in home runs on the season. She just needs the right pitch.
Needs the right pitch.
She has not seen it today. One hit on the afternoon, that outside, ball 2.
She laid off for that one.
That went a little bit low, and it's going to go for ball 3.
She's waiting on this one. It's got to be a strike. Let's see what she can do with it. Oh,
Inside,
inside. Oh,
got the strike.
consistent.
That inside strike for the right-handed batter. That
Yeah.
umpire setting up over the left
Yeah.
shoulder of the catcher and can see that corner extremely well, and he's calling them.
It definitely wasn't a pitch for her to hit. She needs something high.
And that one inside also, and Hill went for it, fouled it down the third base side.
Full count.
She was up 3-0 now with a full count. Rodriguez has thrown a lot of pitches in this game. Hit right liner to the second baseman, and they'll
And a
get
double
the
play.
double play as they'll double off the runner at second. Morris doubled off on the line drive. And the double play gets the Hornets out of the inning.
Hill hit a line drive, but DSU was sitting there waiting for it.
Get to the top of the fifth.
And
0
on the
runs,
hit,
1 hit, 0
Morris-
errors, and 1 left on base.
Morlow took off running, and then she couldn't get back to second base in time as the throw over there quickly to stop the inning. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. Delaware State continues to lead 4-0 on South Carolina State here on the Hornets Television Network.
This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAT tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com.
Hornets start off the bottom of the fifth with Elena Yarnell, a base hit just past the third baseman.
The Hornets are looking for more runs.
You always look for more runs.
They're not content with just a 4.
Right. Yeah, don't trust 4 runs.
Don't trust it. Looks like we
Years
got a
ago.
pinch runner.
As Yarnell will give way. Putting, it looks like Alana Yancey, I believe, on first base as the runner. As we have everybody trying to get squared away on the substitutions, who's where, who substituted for who, or whom, as the case may be. Looks like we're going to have another batter for Delaware State as Sophie Watson steps out of the on-deck circle. Sophie Watson is a sophomore, local talent out of Appoquinimink High School up in the Middletown area. And Watson has yet to get a hit this season. She has had 10 at-bats, has scored twice, must have scored once as a pinch runner, and she did draw a walk on one of her plate appearances, not an at-bat. This is her 4th game appearance of the season.
Still seems to be some conversation as who is doing what.
Look, she's confused too.
We have some confusion over who should be where. They're trying to sort this one out here and figure out. Make sure the umpire has everything squared away now. He'll come to the scorer and give the information.
Nevaeh Terrell in the bottom of the 4th. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. I'm saying sorry.
You're right. Stop down now. She might be messed up.
All right, we're getting it squared away here too. That was Martin who led off the inning with the single.
Yeah, that's an automatic out.
Okay. Harding,
Yeah, she's out.
they're saying that we have a batter who batted out of order. And I'm not sure who it was. Was it Harding who should have batted instead of Martin?
So now there's a huddle with DSU coach and all 3
Yeah.
officials and umpire. They'll
These
sort
are
it
the
all
fun
out.
delays.
Mm-hmm.
Fun delays. First game went very quickly, just about 2 hours.
Yeah. Now this one, don't think it'll be as quick.
No, I don't think we're going to have a 2-hour game here. It's probably going to go a little bit past that.
long as we're done by 6, my New York Knicks play at 6, and I need to be somewhere watching it. Playoff game 1 starts tonight.
And where do you have to be?
Somewhere around here, because I'm not
somewhere
going to
around
make
here.
it back to New York to get it. So I need
All right.
wherever it is, I just need to be watching that game.
All right.
So that all of that is scratched, I guess.
I was afraid. You know, normally if I have nothing else going in the evening, games go quickly. Of course, you want me to talk to you about the football game we had this season? That from the time of kickoff till it was finally over was over 7 hours.
This season?
We had 2 lightning delays
Oh.
that stopped the game for literally hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Good news, Delaware State won the game.
Okay, well then it was worth it, I guess. That we came out because it's
I didn't mind. I was already here.
right. Very interesting. 7 games. Wow.
Yeah, and I've done some research, and I can't find another college game that was longer in time.
Okay.
I really should contact the Guinness Book of Records folks.
No. Well,
No, they just batted out of order. Chandler was supposed to be
one
up.
is hitting for 31. Thank you.
All right. We had people batting out of order. I didn't even get the word on who was substituting for. Yeah, Martin should have batted, and I thought she did.
Now batting, number 1,
Here we go.
Alana Yancey.
All right. We're
And
back on.
Yancey will now bat for Harding.
One out.
All right. Everybody is back where they should be, and we're all corrected. So now we can proceed.
Yancey will bat for Harding here in the 5th.
Pitch outside.
Ball 1.
We wrapped down all that. She had a ball.
The bunt is foul. Count is even, 1-1. These 2 teams will be back here tomorrow to finish this 3-game set. And if the Hornets hold on here and win this one, then they have sole possession of second place in the MEAC. And then it comes down to tomorrow's game to determine whether they'll have an even better situation or if there'll be a tie for a second. Bunt foul to make it 1-2 on Alana Yancey. Freshman outfielder. Batting average coming in on the day, 500.
Here
Now
comes the
that is
pitch.
based on 2 at-bats. and
Foul
1 hit.
back again.
She fouled that one. So she really hasn't had a lot of opportunities. 2 at-bats and 1 base hit. That'll make you 500. But that at-bat was a double. She's stolen 3 bases. Got caught stealing twice. One-two pitch. Swing and miss.
Swing and a miss.
So Yancey goes down swinging. Good opportunity here for head coach Daniel Stockdale to get some players in who haven't had much time
Yeah.
with a 4-0 lead.
Sophia Watson.
Get them ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, you know, it's always that next person up type of mentality too. Somebody gets hurt. Now all of a sudden you've got somebody who's gotten a little bit more playing time. There's a bunt foul.
Always got to be ready. You never know where your name and number will be called. What do they say? Be ready so you don't have to get ready.
Right. When you're in the dugout, you're supposed to know what your role is, when you might come in.
That's right.
Braylon McCrae is in now for Mishan King. She fouled off the first pitch. Swing.
Swing and
And
miss.
this one's going to be caught
And
by
a
the shortstop diving across to make the catch.
What an amazing job.
That was a great play by the shortstop to put down McCray. So the Hornets go 1-2-3 on that inning with a strange situation and a batter called out for the batting out of order. We'll go to number 6 inning in Delaware State, up by 4 on the Hornets television network.
This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com.
Hornets have spotted Kalina Rodriguez 4 runs here as we go to the top of the 6th. First pitch into Yarnell is a ball to start the 6th inning. That pitch a little bit out. No, it's called strike.
South Carolina has 2 more opportunities, this and another inning, to try to score and get the lead in this game.
Hornets would love to blank the Bulldogs on this Saturday. There's a called strike 2 to Yarnell. Rodriguez looking for win number 6 on the season against 3 losses. She's 5-3 coming into today's action and has a good ERA of 3.03. A pitch a little too outside, ball 2.
South Carolina needs to start now. It's go time for them to start chipping away at Delaware State's lead.
Outside for ball 3. So Rodriguez was ahead in the count. Now it's a full count. Wind has shifted too. It was coming from left field to center. Now it's more from straightaway center or to straightaway center. That pitch fouled off down the third baseline.
Yeah, the flags in the outfield definitely are a little bit more aggressive than they were before.
It has picked up.
Full count, 3-2.
Popped up. This one will go out of play also. Yarnell with the full count. Grounds it to third. Third baseman was playing in. Over to first for the out. 1 down.
Player hit it very hard, but the third baseman was there to shut it down and get the play over to first.
Yarnell with 2 infield ground balls in this game and a strikeout, 0 for 3. Now it's Michaela Chisholm. 1 for 2, single and a fly to left. Showed bunt, pulled back, but a called strike.
That has been a consistent call from this umpire.
That was down the middle. No questioning that one. between third base and short for a single, second hit of the game for Chisholm.
South Carolina showing life here.
Now Madison Boyd will step in. Sacrifice, ground ball in the second inning.
Second baseman number
Singled
one,
in the
Madison Boyd.
fourth, but didn't get past first base. Double play potential here. Hornets have a double play. Not the traditional kind. Strike one.
We have some speed for South Carolina on first base side. Catcher has to keep an eye on her.
Chisholm leads the team with 12 stolen bases out of 14 attempts. There's strike two on Boyd.
I couldn't even know the stats. I can tell how she comes off that base to know that she is a speedster.
Yeah, she gets more in a like a sprinter's block. There she goes.
And there she
And the
goes.
ball is fouled down third baseline. Turn around and go back.
You can definitely tell those that are accustomed to stealing versus others like myself who are just going to hit the ball hard enough so I can come around. That's all it is. She's
Pitch
off.
out, throw to second,
The throw was late.
and the shortstop didn't go all the way to the base because the ball was well off the line, and then she had to try to reach in and make that tag. It
Right.
no good, and safe at second. So Chisholm's now in scoring position. Boyd with an 1-2 count. Offered at that one and fouled it down third baseline.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out.
So the thing here to do is be aware of the runner at second, but concentrate on getting Boyd out with 2 strikes. Popped up in the infield. Second baseman calling for it and making the catch, and that's a great opportunity for Delaware State. Couldn't have asked for more than that.
2 outs.
Yeah, infield
The
pop-up.
left fielder number 26, McKenna Williams.
McKenna Williams, 0 for 1 in at-bats, has also walked in the game. Takes that one for a ball. Williams, a junior. Ground ball to short. Over to first, in the dirt, but picked out.
Way to scoop it up.
Yes.
Delaware State first baseman. Brings back memories. Myself being a first baseman.
6-3 put out for Delaware State, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th here with the Hornets up 4-0 on the Hornets Television Network.
At the end of the top of the 6th, 0 runs, 1 hit.
This is
zero
what you've
errors,
all been
one
waiting
left.
for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is
Bottom of the 6th, Annalise Santana expected to be at the plate for Delaware State to start the inning. Bunt, and bunts it foul.
Delaware State is looking to add on to this lead. You can never have too many runs.
Years ago, and I keep referring back to Earl Weaver because I was watching so much Orioles baseball at the time, but they had one of those games where it was a blowout game. And the reporters asked him afterward, you know, you guys were still scoring runs. When do you stop? And he said, when the other team sends a note over that says we quit.
We quit. That's
yeah,
it. You
because
continue
they're
to
still
go.
trying to score runs.
That's right. You put your foot in that accelerator. You do not let up.
Count is 1-1 now to Santana. Inside. Got that one just off the short part of the handle. The thin part, but fouled it back.
That pitch tried to jam in a little bit.
Yeah. That's where you have to go short arms, too. You can't extend too far.
You can't extend too far, absolutely. But Del State has been doing an excellent job on connecting bat to ball today.
1-2 pitch. Grounded to short.
See it.
Bobbled.
It's a bobble.
Santana's going to be safe
and
at
the ball is
first.
up. She's going to 2.
Ball went out of play, and so Santana will end up at second base on the single and the throwing error.
And now the speedster, as I've named her.
Destiny Mitchell. And since Santana's at second, there's nothing to slow Mitchell down as she gets started around the bases.
Absolutely. Santana better be careful, though, because if Destiny comes rounding that base.
Santana has they've spotted her a lead. No out here in the bottom of the 6th with a runner in scoring position. The Hornets still wanting to put points on the board. Mitchell, first baseman played in, tough play, and Mitchell is safe at first. There's the speed work, and it advanced Santana to third.
And then they're going to see. Everybody's safe, second and third.
That was a hot grounder at the second baseman who was playing in, and it just kind of jumped up at her out of the dirt and hit on the heel of the glove.
And when they went to focus on the run on third, Mitchell did what she does.
And took second.
Motored on to second base.
They should know. You can't, you
should
can't
know.
take your eyes off of her. She'll run.
This is my first time seeing this play, and I already know, and I've only been here a day. So
they're going to put a pinch runner in for Santana. Santana they put a pinch runner in for Santana, and I can't see the number, so I don't know who it is.
Coming out to run on the bases for the Delaware State Hornets, number 6, Bria Sewell. And now
Bria
batting,
Sewell
third
in to
baseman,
run.
Number 99, Carly Kane.
Came in the 6th to run, so she stands at third, and now Carly Kane at the plate.
smart coaching move because you have Mitchell coming around from second, so you need a fast runner in front of her, else she will bypass her.
Didn't have a base between them anymore.
That's right.
Now they have to run smart, too, because you don't want a base running error where they catch up with each other. And we'll see what happens here. Look for Kane to put the ball in play. High. Ball 2.
Strike.
Oh. The delayed call.
1-1.
Ground ball.
Everybody's got a
To
hold.
the shortstop. The throw to the plate, and they're going to get Sewell at the plate. 6-2 put out.
That was an error on the runner, as she should have held up while they played out the plate at first.
Mitchell went to third.
Right.
And Kane is at first on the fielder's choice.
Number 13, Miana Guadalajara.
Lopez with 1 out and a runner on the first and third. Lopez, one official at bat in this game, went down looking at a third strike. She's walked twice. First pitch is high for a ball.
Runners at first and third, 1 out. The run at third is not forced. You have to be smart in this play.
And Mitchell does not have to run. Kane does when the ball is hit,
Absolutely.
unless it's in the air. Bunt,
Bunt.
foul. It's a good thing that was foul. If that had been in fair territory, it looked like it hit her in the leg as she
I
came
thought
out of the
so,
batter's
yeah.
box.
Mhm. Runners at first and third.
1-1
out.
count. Up high.
The run it goes.
They fake the throw to second. They throw down to third, and back in time was Mitchell. Kane stole second. They faked the throw down there to see if Mitchell would break, and they didn't fall for it. Mitchell got back in time.
Well,
Count is now 2-1.
So now neither runner is forced. 1 out.
So a fly ball, they can stay where they are. If it's an outfield fly, you can know Mitchell's coming home. And it's a fly ball to center.
We're going to see.
Mitchell tags, comes to the plate.
Good.
As she scores, Kane will stay at second as Lopez, with the sacrifice fly, drives in the run.
Defense did the smart play by going for that lagging runner because there's no way you were going to get Mitchell here at home.
Right, and if they'd have thrown trying to get her at home, Kane would be standing on third.
Right.
So now with 2 down, it's Angie Ordonez, who's sacrificed a couple of times here today. She's put the ball in the air a few times. She'd like to put it out where somebody isn't standing in the grass. Outside, ball 1.
2 outs. Runner on second. Del State trying to add on some more. And here's the pitch.
Ordonez takes it inside and low. 2-0.
South Carolina is trying to get out of this inning without any other runs scored.
Hornets have 1 in the first, 3 in the third, and 1 here in the 6th to make it a 5-0 lead. And a chance for more. High, ball 3.
South Carolina definitely needs a strike here.
Pitcher Farrar looks like she's struggling just a little bit to find that strike zone. She's 2-1 on the season with a 3.50 ERA. That's good for 7th in the conference. Inside. Strike.
Strike.
And he has been calling that inside pitch a
Yes.
strike because he's setting up over the catcher's left shoulder. He sees that so well. Probably the best view he has of any pitch
Yeah.
is that
you're
inside
right.
pitch to the right-handed batter.
You're right.
That one.
Ooh.
Ooh, he called that one.
I'm
That
very
looked like it was a little low.
I'm very surprised so many players are still letting that pitch get by them. He set the tone early on in this game.
You know, maybe as a batter you shift your feet and you just stand off the plate a little bit more so they're not jamming you if you want to swing at it. Full count. Ground ball to short. Throw to first. Dug out of the dirt, and it's good for the final out of the inning. 6-3 gets the Bulldogs out of trouble here, but the Hornets put one more on the board.
At the end of the bottom of the
5-0
sixth,
lead
1
on the
run,
Hornets
1 hit, 1
television
error,
network.
and 1 left on base.
It's what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com. This is what you've all been waiting for. The MEAC tournament is back. The talent, the intensity, the rivalry, all fighting to rise to the top. Experience every exciting moment, all in one place. March 11th through the 14th at the Norfolk Scope Arena. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster and meathoops.com.
We go to the final frame here at Delaware State University, top of the 7th. All the Hornets have to do is get 3 outs here, and they win both ends of this twin bill on Saturday afternoon and take second place in the MEAC.
Let's see what South Carolina can do.
Allison
this last
Stanford
inning.
fouls off the first pitch.
Now batting number 34, Cowrie Munyon.
Okay, a substitution. Rowry Munyon in here.
New eyes, new players.
So Munyon bunts.
Run it out. It's fair play.
She's going to beat this one, and she does. Bunt single for Munyon.
Took the catcher a little bit too long to get out of her stance to get
It
that
did.
ball.
Munyon, a junior.
Top of the lineup for the
209
Bulldogs,
hitter.
number 22, Jamaria Charlie.
Just got her 10th base hit of the season.
I got a pinch runner.
So they'll have somebody run for Munyon.
We re-entered 7, right? I'm just making sure.
Stanford comes back into the game. Munyon batted in her spot. Stanford comes in to run. Outside and low, ball 1.
They got some speed on first base. That's why they entered her back into the game. She is definitely a threat to steal.
Jamaria Charlie, the junior. Talked earlier about how unusual it is in softball these days compared to some of the other sports to have transfers. Where some of the other rosters you get in basketball these days, just about almost everyone's
Everybody's
a
a
transfer.
transfer.
But Jamaria Charlie, transfer from Campbell in the Coastal Athletic Association. Popped up the bunt, and
play,
the pitcher
play,
let it
safe.
drop. Runner went
Everybody's
to
safe.
second. By that pitcher should have caught that pop-up because they had a chance for a double play if she did. She let it drop instead and then had to throw to first, and that allowed time for the runner to get the first. If she had caught that pop-up, they would have doubled off the runner off of first base, who was already at second by then.
Yeah, that was a hard play. I don't think she thought that she could reach it and make it. So let
Yeah,
it drop.
She was about 2
and-
steps away and stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to come in and get the ball. It's an 0-2 count here to Morlou.
Runners on second and first.
Low for ball 1.
You have speed leading the charge off at second base. Defense has to keep an eye on that.
I know she was concerned that if she didn't get there, the ball had enough backspin that it might get away from her.
Right.
But she had the chance, I think, to make the play.
It's a strike.
That's a called strike. Scoreboard was off on the count, so that'll be strike 2.
No outs.
Fouled down first base side.
Is she-
Rodriguez going the whole way here this afternoon.
Excuse me.
Looking for her 6th complete game of the season. And her 6th win. Fouled. Just tipped down into the dirt by Morlou.
Again, we have runners on first and second. No outs. South Carolina trying to put some runs on the board.
Pitch came in low. It'll be ball 2. Not sure who's going to be on deck. Castro batted for Nelson in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout.
Delaware State needed that.
Second time Morlou's gone down swinging here today.
I think this is the original pitcher.
It'll be Diamond Roundtree coming in. Roundtree pitched first game.
Is this the first time we're seeing her at bat?
Right.
Okay.
She took the loss pitching in the first game. A 2-0 loss.
Were they changing the batter?
And I don't. Roundtree as a batter,
Now
250
batting
hitter,
number 20, Diamond Roundtree.
has appeared in 9 games, 4 at-bats, and 1 hit, which even in my poor math skills comes out to 250.
You would be correct.
Yeah, thanks for backup on that. I was sitting here thinking, God, if Tiffany corrects me on that one, I'll never see any of my
I got you,
grandchildren
partner.
again.
I got you, partner.
They'll
There
keep
we
me
go.
away. First pitch in for a swinging strike to Roundtree. Swing and a miss on an outside pitch.
0-2. 1 out. Runners on first and second.
Rodriguez gave her an outside fastball and she bit. That one too far outside, ball 1. Roundtree. Watches ball 2 come in, outside and low.
Catcher tried to snatch it back up to no avail.
Ah, too low to frame that one. Sometimes you can pull it in, but bringing it up doesn't
Yeah.
always work. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Strike 3.
2
2 outs.
strikeouts in a row here. And this could be the final at-bat for South Carolina State on the afternoon. It'll be Dallas Hill.
I think it's time for Hill. She's been wanting a big hit all game. You got 2 on base. Let's see what you can do, Hill.
I need y'all to lock in on the game. Not that game.
First pitch in, low.
Now batting the
Looked like it
designated
could have been a
player,
strike,
number
but just a
29,
little bit
Dallas
too
Hill.
low. When the umpire bends his knees a little bit more and dips down, you know it's a low pitch, and that's what he did. 1-0. That one outside for 2-0. They might be being careful here pitching to Hill.
Yeah. Hill is hungry. If they give her anything, I believe she's going to take this one for a ride.
1 for 2 with a fielder's choice. This is a pop-up to the outfield. Game over. Caught by the right fielder, Nevaeh Terrell, and the Hornets win both ends of the doubleheader here against South Carolina State, putting 7 unanswered runs against the Bulldogs in the 2 games.
South Carolina just wasn't their day. They could not get any runs to score.
They did hit a lot in this game when they really weren't able to even get many hits in the first game. They struck out 10 times in the first game, but they put the ball in play but just couldn't get anybody across the plate. So the Hornets take this second game 5-0, and they take second place in the conference with the win. Now tomorrow, if they can win that one, they'll go up by 2 games in second place. Nobody's going to catch Howard before the end of the season.
Nobody's catching HU. So
but it would be nice to go to Norfolk for the
number 2
tournament
seed.
as the number 2 spot.
Absolutely.
Hornets had a rough start to the season, but they have come on strong, and now they have won 12 in a row. They came into the weekend in a 10-game winning streak, and they have won 12 in a row with today's doubleheader win. In that sweep, it's been Morgan State they've swept, Chestnut Hill, North Carolina Central, and Lincoln, and now 2 today against the Bulldogs of South Carolina State. So the Hornets really putting it together here in this latter part of the season when it's so darn important to have all of your ducks in a row.
Very important, and this is the type of energy you want to have going into that postseason.
So we're going to be back here tomorrow at noon for the 3rd game of this weekend homestand and the final homestand of the season for Delaware State. We hope you will be with us at that time. For Tiffany Davis, I'm Gary Lang. Thanks for being with us on the Hornets Television Network.
Have a good night.